think we're live now. How's it going, everybody? While I'm getting everything set up, I just want to let you guys know that this stream is going to be me upgrading my PS4 hard drive to a hybrid drive, and all the stuff that's involved in doing that kind of thing. But let me go ahead and get some stuff set up. Oh great, all my stuff is real messed up. Hold on. Just hide it. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting everything set up. Hope y'all's day is going well. So I might let me go ahead and change some stuff real quick. Oh my goodness, there's too much going on. I'm trying to do some stuff so that you guys can see what I'm doing on my computer, and it's not working. So here, I'm just gonna do display capture. Display capture and that display done. It's going to be on the very bottom. Okay, so I have that set up. All right, so basically what we're about to do is here, I'm gonna be right back. I've got to go throw some stuff away, and I've got to grab the packages and stuff that I have in the other rooms. So give me 2 seconds, and I will do that. I'll be right back. Right. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, boys. Alright, let me... Alright, so, basically, what I was thinking of is... Oh, fuck. Alright, enough memes. Okay. Howdy do. Alright. My wife is like, what is this purchase? Let me go ahead and respond to her. I bought a thing on Prime now. Gotta reply to her. Whoops, forgot to tell you that I was buying that. Okay. So, now, let's go ahead and open this box. This, also, you guys like this knife? It looks pretty neat. I like the way it looks. It's dope. But, I'm going to open this box. So, I believe this is the hard drive that I'll be installing into my PS4 today. Look at how tiny that thing is. About the size of my wallet. I can't find my wallet right now. It's fine. And is there any documentation? Seagate limited warranty information. I'll have to keep that. See? Limited warranty. Alright. So, basically, that's going to be going inside. So this is a 2 terabyte Seagate Firecuda. It's a hybrid SSD. In other words, it's basically just a hard drive that has a cache or a memory, so that if there's any repetitive tasks that go on, it will load those quicker. So, you know, if you constantly load into a certain map, like in Destiny, for instance, if you're going to the EDZ or any of the locations that are in Destiny 2, if you go to those frequently, then the cache remembers that information, those files, and can quickly recall them instead of having to search all the way through the hard drive to find it. So that's what this does, is it basically caches the most frequently used information and is big enough to store all of the other information. So it's about the same speed initially as a regular hard drive, but hopefully, you know, after a while of repetitively playing a game, it should speed up the process and, you know, make sure that you load in quickly. So on to the next box. I guess I'm just gonna cut the tape and hope it opens. I don't really see a clear place that I can open this from. Hold on. This is Danger Moose right here. Oh, I see it. Got it. Okay, I've cut it. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and put the knife away. So, this is better, and yes, it's the right one too. Sweet. Okay. So, this I bought to support another streamer, Professor Broman, who streams Destiny a lot. I like him, and I was recently watching one of his Twitch 101 streaming series on YouTube. So I went ahead and used his Prime Day link and got a Twitch glitch emote hat. So I think it looks pretty good. It's cool, and it has I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it has Bleed Purple, Twitch Raid, all that stuff. Some of the emotes on it, and some of the like terminology from Twitch on the brim, so you can kind of look up and see it. Not really. I'm not super nearsighted, but yeah. So that's another thing that I got out of here. But so yeah, on to the heart of this stream, which is going to be installing stuff on my PS4. Right. So I guess the first thing I want to do here is let's go ahead and put this drive somewhere it won't get messed with, and I need to move my phone. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch scenes here. We're gonna go to PlayStation's let's go to, let's just Google PS4 new OS system software updates by downloading the PS4 system. Alright, so computer connected to the internet and an external device or USB. I got this off of Prime Now as well. This got delivered probably 30 minutes to an hour ago. So alright, on the external drive, create a folder named PS4. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. We'll see if that comes up. USB drive D. This just connected, yes. Yeah, okay, because my Seagate drive over here is not connected to anything. That's what it was called. On the external hard drive, or external drive, create a folder named PS4. Inside that folder, do I even need this? I suppose it's fine. New folder, labeled PS4. Alright, inside of that folder, we need, inside that folder, create another one named update. Okay. So new folder, caps, update. Right. So download this file, read the terms, and download update. Cannot find the update file means that the PUP file was renamed by your computer due to multiple downloads of the same file. Check the download location. Okay, so right. So I need this one. I need the complete system software. We need to go USB PS4 update. Save. Okay. So it's downloading. I see it. I see it downloading there. Okay. That's good. So let's go to downloads. Okay, it finally gave me the little bar at the bottom, but so y'all can see it, I'll put it right here. I'll leave this screen up. It says that it's going to take, oh, my internet speed finally caught back up, so that's going as fast as expected. Okay, downloading. Okay, it should finish here in a second. It always stalls right at 0 seconds and leaves you hanging. I don't know why. Come on. Wow, okay. I'm gonna put my computer glasses on so I don't go blind or have a headache. Okay. Is it gonna finish? Unconfirmed download. There it goes. Okay, so now it's done. So we can close that bar. Close this. All right. Installation instructions. First, before we do that, before we install, let me switch this back to this one. So before we do the install, or before we install the system software, first let's make sure that the update is there. It's in the USB drive in a folder named PS4, in a folder named update, PS4 update. Okay, I'm gonna close that. And I'm gonna close the web page and eject safe to remove hardware. All right. So, got my USB drive. It has the brand new operating system for the PS4 on it. So, now what we have to do is, here, let me see if I can't find a better place to put you guys. Or maybe I can angle you better. Whoa! Hold on. Oh my. Okay, I'm trying to get you guys to be able to see the desk, the top of the desk. That's good enough. Okay, so push my keyboard back a little bit and put this over here. Let's make some space for my PS4. Alright, so my PS4 is powered off. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the Ethernet cable, the HDMI cable, and the power. My PS4 was shut down completely, so if you guys are going to eventually end up doing this, make sure that before you do everything I just did, you make sure that it's been powered off properly. But this is the PlayStation 4 original, it's not the Pro. So there's nothing with the Pro. There would be something down here, but there's not. So basically what you have to do is you have to kind of pull on the smaller section here until it snaps open like that. And then you just kind of pull it out like that. Awesome. That worked better than I expected it to. Okay, so this part is, sorry, that silver or grayish part right here is where this is where the original stock hard drive is. And in order to get that out, I'm going to need a very small screwdriver. Where exactly did I put my very small screwdrivers? Let me check the closet. So, as with everything PS4, the screws are tiny, so you have to kind of get these tiny screwdrivers, and pretty much everything PC uses like tiny screwdrivers like this. You know, they're really small, size 1 or 0, I forget which it is, but you're just gonna lefty-loosey that sucker counterclockwise out. So there's a screw right there. Let me move my phone. Okay, so this is also, I did an upgrade on one of my PS4 controllers, so here's all the original buttons and everything for that controller. Right, so I got one screw out, so this should theoretically just slide right on out like that. Alright, so this is the original drive. Looks pretty antique, not gonna lie. And there's all the connectors that we need for SATA data and SATA power. But next on the list is to undo these screws, which are proven to be very, very stiff. Yeah, those are proving to be, you know, super stuck in there. Oh man. Okay. That's not great. Okay, here's the first one coming out. Sorry, I had to give it a little bit of a grunt here, but there's the first one out. The O-ring on that one's kind of messed up. Okay, that one won't come out. Goodness gracious, man. Alright, I'm not exactly strong enough for this. Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. Let me check the toolbox and see if I have one that's this small, but I could get a better grip with. Because that screwdriver's real tiny. Alright, let's see if this will work. It's a little bit bigger. There's more surface area for friction. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, so these also have little hex heads. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it has a hex head on it. So my next thought is, do we give it good old yanking on with a hex, with a wrench? Alright, let's give that a try, because goodness gracious, is that hard to undo. I mean, maybe it's my tiny weak hands, but I just realized that that's the only part that's... Oh my gosh, bros. This is not going well for me. Not today. Okay. Jeez Louise, bro. This is not ideal. Well, the only other thing I can think of is tighten down on it with one of these, and that will give me more torque than I am able to produce with my gamer arms. So let's go ahead and try to, I'm trying to size this so that the vice grips clamp down on it well, and then I might be able to use okay. Right. So now I've jerry-rigged this thing. Maybe this will be able to do it. And there we go. Why do I feel like I was weak before? Like that was nearly effortless. Getting that one out. Nearly effortless. What happens when you use your noggin? Alright, so that one's out, that one's out. Let's work on this one. The hard drive is coming loose, which is good. That's real good. I don't want to have to fight this thing open. Okay, so here's the third screw. Alright, nearly lost it. Was worried there for a second. So, fourth and final screw. I'm so glad I was able to get these out. Alright, put that. Also, I'm amazed that this still works. I'm amazed that this system still works because my wife actually accidentally dropped it. Alright, so the hard drive is out. So this was a Samsung Momentous. Samsung Momentous. That's the stock hard drive out of a PS4. So this is actually a Seagate, but it's got Samsung pasted all over. I just read there's a Seagate.com thing, which is interesting because I'm upgrading to a Seagate 2 terabyte hybrid FireCuda hard drive. Not really a hard drive, it's a hybrid SSD, but still you get the point. Move this down. Hopefully get a clean tear along the top. Okay, so this is the new thing that's going in. It's a FireCuda 2 terabyte hybrid SSD or hybrid hard drive, whichever one. So this was in there like that PCB up. Okay, so basically how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna need to eyeball kind of where this hole on the drive lines up with this hole on the sled. And once I have that lined up, I'll just stick one of these screws back in and kind of get her hand tight-ish. And then I'll do the same thing over here with this hole. I'm trying to be careful with this. Alright, so believe that lines up and screws in nicely. Right, I can release the demon. Okay, so I'm gonna need this. Whoops. I don't need that. Don't need these anymore. Put that over on top of that. Okay, so we're working on this. Let's continue putting these screws back in. Alright. Try not to touch the contacts too much. Alright. So there's the third screw going in there to hand tight, and then the fourth. Okay. So now my new hybrid 2 terabyte hard drive is on the sled that the original hard drive came in, that this thing came in. So what I'm gonna do now is just gonna go in and use the screwdriver and tighten in an X pattern. I'm not sure how finicky this really is, but I'm gonna go as, you know, professional as possible with this install and make sure that everything is tightened up correctly. So that is what it looks like now that I've screwed in these screws again. So it originally came out looking like this inside in here. So it came out like this, and that's good because, or I have it in correctly because this is where all the connections happen, and those connections happen back there. So if these had been up here, it wouldn't have been detected by the PS4. We wouldn't have had a good signal, or well, we wouldn't have any signal because it wouldn't have been connected. Excuse me. So yeah, that's about it. It looks fairly stable. It feels stable. It doesn't rock around too much. Don't want to jostle it too much. This one's been put through hell. Like I said earlier, my wife actually dropped this PS4, and it's got some like deformation here on the corner. I know you can't really see it that well. Maybe I can tilt this light down. No, it's just gonna go off on me. Cool. So you can see there's kind of like a slight change in curvature, or in the line here. It's a little bent up here, and that's from when she dropped it. But I still love her. It's fine. Right. So now, whoops, did not mean to do that. All right. Tilt this back down over here. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better. The next step, I'm gonna put this into this anti-static bag. If this drive ever poops out, I'll still have the original with all of the save data current. So, you know, after hours and hours and hours and possibly even months and years of playing, this will be very outdated, but you know, if this corrupts, at least I'll be able to, you know, get back to what I had before. And I also forgot to mention, if you're gonna end up doing this, you need to back up this hard drive to somewhere else. I have a Seagate 1 terabyte external hard drive to USB 3.0, And that was this was an extended storage device for my PS4, but I want to give this back to my wife so she can use it for her work. Which means that I need to give it up, and the easiest and best way to do this is to upgrade to a larger storage device in my PS4 itself. I didn't really want to buy another external hard drive. This is a little bit faster. I could have done a solid state drive, and that would have been good, but we don't really have the budget for that. Maybe in the future we'll do that, but I want to give this hard drive back to her. So this has all the data in it, and when we go back in and install the software on here, and initialize this as a PS4 hard drive, using this USB that I downloaded the software onto earlier. Once we get this initialized to the hard drive, I'll have to plug this back in to the PS4 and then transfer all the data from the USB storage device back to the system storage. So just wanted to be as clear as possible as to what's going on here. But without further ado, let's go ahead and put this back in and install or reinstall the screw, put the cover back on, and should be good to go. We should be able to plug our USB drive into the PS4 and download the system software onto this drive that I'm installing now. This screw would go back in. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that screw's snug. This isn't going anywhere. So, oops, sorry for shaking the whole desk, man. So now let's go ahead and put this cover back on. Back in first. Want to go ahead and line it up and click. Right. So it's not loose or anything. It's back in there the way it was. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and now that that's done, let's go ahead and plug the power cable back in and put it back where it was and boot it up with this USB drive in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-install that into one of the front USB ports, and that should do it. So when we start the PS4, I'm gonna move the camera so that you guys can kind of see back here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Hang it off of here, off this monitor. Here's my lovely wall. Okay, so this is my PS4. This is where I put it usually. It's on top of a Xbox One X. I just like to stack them that way because the Xbox has no ventilation upwards either, so all of the ventilation usually comes out of the sides of both of these things. Hold on, I'm getting messages. Never mind, not important. So, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to plug in all my cords are down here on the ground. We're going to want to plug in the power cable again. Let me turn the light so y'all can see better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to plug the power cable back in, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So power is restored back to the PS4. I'm going to go ahead and put the HDMI cable, which is going to my computer currently, back in here. And then I'm going to reinstall the Ethernet cable. So, go ahead and put that back in here. Alright, so we've got our USB drive installed into the front connector. So what we're going to want to do is, which one's the power button? This one's the power button. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to press and hold this for 7 seconds. And when that happens, it should, here, let me go ahead and actually change some stuff here so that I can more closely monitor what's going on with the PS4, because right now it's going through an Elgato, and it kind of like takes a minute for the Elgato to read. Actually, never mind, because then y'all will be able to see it whenever it finally comes up. Okay. So, like I said, press and hold for 7 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, and so you heard a beep, and once you hear a beep, you can release the power button. And so I'm going to go ahead and move you guys back to face me. I know, gross, ew. So I'm gonna move you guys back to face me. Hello. Move my light back to face me also. Okay. So now you can see my lovely face. Let me go ahead and switch to the HDMI. See if we can't see the PS4. It says it's operational. It claims it's operational. Is it going to switch back to... Okay. So it's not really doing what I expected it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and move to plan B, which is I see everything and you guys don't, huh? Because this is my PS4, and if I've just bricked it, I want to know. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's try going back to HDMI. Oh boys, if I bricked my PS4. No, we did not. Did not break or break. Okay, here. Give me a second. It says it's in safe mode. I'm not exactly sure why it didn't show me a signal last time. Hold on, let me figure that out real quick. I want to see if it'll show up on stream. Because if it does show up on stream, I can just guide myself using Streamlabs OBS. So let's, whoops, HDMI. It should be working. This says no signal. I may have to close Streamlabs and then reopen it. Also, this may be a protected scene or something, so Elgato is not actually seeing an input for this. which would be slightly problematic stream-wise. But if not, if that's the case, then I can just move you guys, if I can just move you guys over here in this area. And possibly tilt you up. Maybe. Or I can lay you guys flat, or lay it flat like this and just sit it here. Okay, that'll give you, you guys can see my beautiful headphones and the corner of this monitor. So I'll leave that on, I guess. Right. So basically, this is not showing the correct output. It knows that there is an output going on, but it's not displaying anything for some reason. But we need to plug in a micro USB cable into my PS4 and plug that into the controller, and that way the PS4 will know what controller to listen to, because right now it may not know. So see, I'm not seeing a display either, but there is one happening. So there is a display happening. We just can't see it. So let's go ahead and unplug it from the Elgato real quick. And you should see it flash back to my desktop, which is a picture of an adorable puppy, which I wish to someday own. And there he is in all of his happy glory. Ow. Okay. So now, if we go back to HDMI, that should show it. Really. Here we go. Alright, so we want to, I guess that's the only thing that we can choose is initialize PS4 and reinstall system software. From PlayStation.com. Okay, I've already done that. You should be able to detect that. Sorry, y'all are kind of off to the side here. Let me move you more foreground. Okay, cool. So right now it's doing a please wait thing. While it's doing that, I want to edit my webcam real quick. PS4 will be initialized. All users and all data will be deleted. Are you sure you want to continue? We're gonna go to yes. I'm sure because I've got all my stuff saved. Do not turn off your PS4. Will do, buckaroo. Right. So that's going pretty fast. But I'm sure that's not the thing that's going to go fast. There'll be something else. Lots going on. I need to switch back to the desktop real quick, and I need to grab this camera control thing. Okay, sorry. Back to HDMI. Okay. It's preparing to update system software currently. I would love to put you guys down somewhere, but anywhere on the desk is kind of a no-go. And it's very difficult to read what's going on the screen. It's restarting, I assume. Just look at the puppy, it's fine. Right. So it's restarted, I think. Yeah, and now it's reinitializing. Now everything looks a little bit better. The text is a little bit cleaner and sharper. System software update. Okay. Since installing updates, this might take a while. Yeah, it's not going super duper fast. So are y'all enjoying this? Is anyone actually finding this useful or enjoyable to watch? I hope so. Because this is interesting to me. I like the idea of using, you know, the similar hardware or the same hardware that you've used for a while, in order to you know, save money or continue playing on a platform that you already play on. I think that this is a pretty cool way of showing how I do that, at least. So yeah, this update file is going to take a minute, but hopefully once it's done, I'll begin the very long process of reinstalling all of the games and stuff that's saved on this external hard drive back onto the PS4. It's actually not taking too long, to be honest. I'm going to put you guys back over here. You can read it just about as well as you could when I was holding it. Alright, I will be back in 1 second, but y'all can watch the thing go until then. Let me see if this will show it. No, we want intermission. Here's what we want. Ah, yes. The enormous webcam. I'm gonna hide that. Okay, so while I'm gone, you guys can watch that work its magic. Solid. Okay. I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna go grab a tripod so I can set you guys up in a better spot. Okay, so I have my stand. It restarted again, didn't it? Okay. Oh. What just happened there? It kicked me back out. Well, whatever, bro. Does that fit? I believe it does. Gasp. Okay. Puppy. Just watch the puppy. Everything will be better if you watch the puppy. Okay. I believe this can go. I am so sorry. Trying to get it in. There we go. Okay. So that's a little bit better for me. And when I mean a little bit, I mean slightly. Very, very slightly. So what happened here? We want English. Alright. English. Next, let's set up an internet connection. We're going to go ahead and skip the PlayStation camera. We're Eastern time. It is currently 4:14, yes. Next. It's time until PS4 automatically turns off when you're not operating it. Media playback. Do not turn off. General applications. Maybe 5 hours. Okay. So when I'm watching a movie or watching YouTube videos, I don't want it to turn off. Maybe I'll do after 5 hours on that as well. I can change that later. It's pretty easy. And then general applications, like if I accidentally leave my PS4 on while playing a game because I have to go somewhere and do something, then I want it to turn off after 5 hours, because I might actually want to sit there for 5 hours and do nothing, or I might want to come back to the game. But anyways, we're going to go next on that. Supply power to USB ports for 3 hours, because we don't want to overcharge anything. Stay connected to the internet. Yes, while in rest mode. PS4 can download, update files, content, upload, save data. Yes. Enable turning on PS4 from network. Alright. Yeah, all of this. Yes, all of this I like. I'm gonna go ahead and accept. I don't need to read through this, but there it is. Setup is complete. Enjoy exciting world of entertainment. Okay. See important health and safety warning. Sign into PlayStation Network. Okay, before I do that, switch user. We want to go new user. Actually, let's go ahead and go back in. Sorry. Let's go to profile. Let's go to sign into PlayStation Network. That's what we want to go ahead and do. So before that happens, I'm going to tote you guys down, so I don't want you seeing none of my stuff. Okay. Oh, my wife is calling me. That's unfortunate. Hello? Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. There's a puppy. Okay. Basically what's happening is I gotta go. I have to pack up and go back to uh, my wife's parents' house. We're gonna be spending the weekend there so that we can take our bring our kitties back. So be looking for kitties in future streams, I suppose. And I hope you enjoyed this. So that's basically the process that I just went through of installing a PS4. And I also apologize. Uh, I got called. My wife called me, and she wanted to talk over her company's options as far as um, not re-education, but you know, their tuition programs and whatnot. Let me go open this door for her real quick. But yeah, so she was talking to me about her like company's possible opportunities for continuing education and all that. So that's why it was kind of quiet at the end there. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. That was basically the entire process of upgrading a PS4's hard drive and reinstalling the system software onto it. So now it's a perfectly working, functioning PS4, and hopefully that the hybrid solid state part, the cache part of that new uh, hard drive helps to make things like loading the uh, menus in Destiny faster and spawning into certain locations faster, and just like make the overall experience a little bit better for me as a PS4 user. Yes, I do have, I have a gaming PC, but I like PS4 because my friends are there. And when cross save comes for Destiny, I'll definitely be playing a lot on PC, which I will enjoy to the utmost. But I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I enjoyed, upgrading my PS4 and the whole process behind that. But thank you again for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you really enjoyed this stream and you want to see more from me, this schedule is incorrect. I'm sorry, I haven't changed it very recently, but I stream starting pretty early in the morning, and that usually goes until around 5 p.m. But I'm not wanting to nail down an exact schedule right now because I'm not sure if streaming will be my everyday kind of job thing or if I'm going to be getting a engineering job here shortly. I'm hoping I get an engineering job, but who knows what the future holds. But yeah, thank you again for watching this stream. If you liked it and you want to see more, make sure you follow and turn notifications on so you see when I go live next. And I hope you guys have a good day.